Welcome back to the channel. What is up, YouTube? Thanks for joining us for another video and another opportunity to talk a little bit about the market. So today is April 16th, 2025, and we are going to talk a little bit about what's been going on, but obviously many of you that may be watching this might be looking for an update on my favorite, APLD, Applied Digital. So guys, I'm going to tell you, just as I suspected, APLD bottomed out, $3.30 something cents. We're going to look at it together in the charts. But basically, APLD bottomed out, $3.30 something cents, and then it just continued today on a run up. Guys, it was up about 15%, 16% by 2 o'clock this afternoon. And then, well, then we got some news, and we'll talk about that too. But guys, I want to talk a little bit about those day trade stocks, right? These videos are to talk about the best day trading stocks that I recommend based on my opinion, based on stocks that I'm in and out of, that I am day trading every day. And these are not stocks that you have to jump in and out of. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not somebody you should be taking this financial advice from. But I'm just sharing with you my journey as an average Joe day trader, somebody who loves to trade specific stocks every day, get in and out, make some quick money, some good money, and move on to the next day. So I've shared with you guys in prior videos several stocks, and let's take a look at the charts right here. But first and foremost, I shared with you guys about Wolf, W-U-L-F. And you are seeing live time, live charting. So I wanted to share with you guys that Wolf had some pretty incredible results today. We actually had 4 opportunities to get in and out of WULF, TeraWulf Incorporated, to make money as a day trader. And I'm going to share those with you guys. First one, number 1, market opens. Okay. First thing you see is the market ran down overnight. Post-market dropped, huge gap to fill. Pre-market worked its way back up a little bit. The market was getting ready to open up at about $2.25. And then after market opened, you can see here, 9:32. This is my 1-minute chart, 9:32 in the morning. We're at $2.19. So let's say you took advantage of this monster green engulfing candle at 9:31. Look at all the red coming in right now. At 9:30 in the morning, 9:32 in the morning, you jump in this trade, and you're in it from $2.19 all the way up to about $2 and let's see, what did I have it at? $2.30, where that candle closed. And you literally at that point could take on 1,000 shares, $110 profit. Did you guys get in? Did you guys trade it? Okay, opportunity number 2. Guys, stay focused on this. This is what you should be looking at every day. Understand your candlestick patterns. Understand how to read the candlesticks. Understand where to go with charting, okay? You can see I've got my resistance and support levels. My resistance levels became support at this $2.26, 27 cents, okay? But you get back in here, $2.24, and you wrote it up to this part up here, and you're looking at $2.31. Again, that's a $70 profit if you had 1,000 shares of it. Opportunity number 3, right about here, get in at $2.26. Ride this all the way up to $2.33. It's actually $2.34 at the top. That's another $80. And then you had one more opportunity right here. Well, there's a few more opportunities through the day, but depending on if you got in here, and that's about $2.29, and rode that all the way up to $2.36. That's another $70, guys. You're talking about just day trading this stock alone, okay? And there's still more opportunity to be had all the way up to here, all right, before we get to this point here, and I'm going to share what that is. You could have made over $300 today just in that stock alone. 1,000 shares in the $2 cost range, okay? So learn your candlesticks, learn how to chart. And I'm telling you guys, this is a great one to day trade and get in and out of. Let's go to the next one, Ford Motor Company, okay? Ford Motor Company, you see that it ran pretty flat through the night, had a little bit of a downward momentum, opened up. Ford Motor Company opened up at $9.41. And if you ran it all the way up to, let's see here, where there was the out point, because I only played in this for a little while. Yep, stuck it out up to here, $9.61. 962 was the top. And if you had 1,000 shares of that, that's an easy $210. And guys, look at this. You could have gotten back in at $9.49 and ran it all the way up to here. That's the 962. Okay, guys, another opportunity to make a lot of money in real quick ins and outs. And you're only talking a couple hours sitting in here. I like to generally run about 2 hours and then I'm out. Okay, but Ford, Wolf, look at them tomorrow. Keep an eye on them tomorrow. Okay. Another one that we were in and out of today. Some of them didn't do very well, right? I was watching SoundHound. I saw the drop and just wasn't feeling good about SoundHound today. And look, it even dropped further today. But I will tell you, SoundHound right now, $7.66. Okay. Pretty good opportunity to buy into something that we know has the potential to get up over $8 and $9 range. Okay. All right. Next one. NVIDIA, guys, long-term hold for me in NVIDIA. Had a beautiful morning, a beautiful launch up to, because it had a terrible drop the day before, but basically got in at about 104, ran it up to 106, and it's been kind of zigzagging up and down. You could have made money in this today if you're trading those big shares, but not one that I use as a day trade, and I am in it right now, and that's my long-term stuff. Okay, guys, bottom line, there's some great opportunities to make money in day trading. Let's go back to APLD for a minute. Okay, APLD, I'm just going to tell you, I thought we really were going to struggle for a long time with APLD, and we're still not out of the woods. Okay, we're still not out of the woods, and it's coming back down right now. And again, I'll explain why. But APLD basically, you know, if I don't remember if I shared the numbers a couple minutes ago, but opened at 331 and it ran all the way to $4.02, guys. $3.31 open, ran all the way to 402. You couldn't sell out at 402 because it dropped too quick from the 402, but at 399, you could have sold out and been done. Think about this for a minute, guys. Okay. You buy 1,000 shares at 331 and goes all the way to 399. Okay. You're talking close to $500. All right. I'm going to put up on my screen what my profits were from APLD today on this run. And then what I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to read you the news. Then what happened is right here. Okay. Pretty much at this point, 1:26 in the afternoon, Fed Chair Powell, who's a Republican and says he doesn't play into politics, but doesn't agree with Trump's policies, doesn't agree with the tariffs, doesn't agree with what's going on. A lot of resistance and a lot of pushback there. Basically talked about the market. Let me read to you this one part of the news from Powell. Okay. Powell said growth appears to be slowing. He said the central bank can wait for greater clarity. Wall Street fell further as Powell spoke, and it did. It dropped. Everything dropped. NVIDIA dropped. The SPY dropped. Everything was dropping. And the next scheduled Fed rate decision is in early May. So we didn't get any good news from Powell. Okay, he talked about stocks extend the drop as Powell said the growth was slowing. 3 major U.S. stock indexes extended declines in the afternoon trading today. S&P was last down more than 2% after Powell said that while the U.S. economy is still in a solid position, growth appears to be slowing. Oh, why would you say that then, bro? Powell also said that so far, larger than expected tariffs likely mean higher inflation and slower growth. Okay, dude's not doing us any favors. All right, I get it. He's got a job to do. But I don't feel like he's quite right on the same page with the president right now. And so he's an attorney. So I get it. He's an attorney. Okay. But he pretty much caused the entire market to decline today. The Dow Jones fell 631.82 points or 1.57%. The S&P lost 127 points or 2.35%. And the NASDAQ composite lost 576.59 points or 3.43%. So, guys, there it is. There it is. He also, he basically says that AI is likely to bring dramatic change. It's more than a better version of Google. It's a better version of a person. AI is one of the 2 or 3 things likely to bring dramatic change to the economy. He basically said it's hard to know how it's going to shake out. He said crypto is becoming more mainstream and a legal framework for stable coins is a good idea. Stable coins could have wide appeal and should have consumer protections. And there will be some loosening of rules to allow innovation, but it needs to be done in a way that does not make banks less safe and sound. Okay. He also talked about the U.S. debt. He said the U.S. federal debt is on an unsustainable path, though not at an unsustainable level. Running large deficits with full employment is a situation the country has to address. Domestic discretionary spending is small and declining as a share of federal spending. That is not the problem. So much of the dialogue from politicians is about discretionary spending, which is not the issue. Okay? Listen, there's a whole lot more news there. Go on and take a look at your news through Yahoo Finance or Google, wherever you get your news from. But I'm not a huge fan, not loving what Powell's saying. And every time the guy gets up in front of the podium, he doesn't even have to speak. As soon as they see him in front of the podium, the market starts to decline. That's where we're kind of at right now. But the good news is APLD that we talked about is sitting pretty solid at $3.84. There's a lot of selling off and buying in, which is good. I think people realized at that 331 that it was a great opportunity to get back in. Still a very strong company. I bought back in and made some really good recovery on my Rebull account and made some really good profit on my Robinhood account. And that's just kind of how it works, guys. Okay. Anyway, long story short, we need to be watching these stocks. Okay. If you're a long-term trader, look at NVIDIA, guys. It's at about $101, $102 last I looked. Let me see where it's at right now. NVIDIA is at $100 and 73 cents, guys. And here, I'm going to put this back up on the screen so you can see it. Talk about decline. It's got a pretty slow decline, $100. $100 for NVIDIA. Guys, discount, my opinion, but discount. Okay. NVIDIA is not going anywhere. And NVIDIA is crunching the numbers, and there's some great things going on with NVIDIA, all right? SoundHound, another one that came down. Take a look at SoundHound. SoundHound's probably going to do a reversal tomorrow. It had some pretty strong ups today. I didn't trade it. But again, Wolf, W-U-L-F, Ford, F is the ticker. Take a look at those guys. Tomorrow, jump in when you're ready. Be careful. Manage your risk. Don't use your money that you need to pay your bills. Make sure that you get in the right candlestick, get out on the right candlestick, and ensure that you are not sitting on the sidelines, but in and out making some money. Guys, thanks for jumping in. If you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the like button and hit the notification bell so you'd be notified every time I upload a new video. Guys, let's continue to get rich together. Josh out.